Tsundoku, noun. Language of origin, Japanese. Meaning, the act of acquiring books but allowing them to pile up unread.
The Meroptians are out to conquer the galaxy, and it's up to you and your Delta Lance fighter ship to save the Omius star system. Doesn't sound too far off from any number of ancient horizontal shoot-'em-ups, does it? It's not a port of the Gradius or R-type lineages that dominated the genre many years ago. My name is Chad Bonnet, and this is D-Pads and DLC, a look at retro and retro-inspired games. What took major developers in the 1980s can now be done by one developer in the modern era. Let's hop on the highway to the Tsundoku zone. Super Hydorah is a revival of the genre that has been dominated by bullet hells in recent years. Locomelito is back to reviving retro franchises with modern spins, but is this ship spreading out her wings tonight or jumping off the track?
Comics, games, animation, and a variety of henshin credible superhero shows from Japan. Chad Bonnet guides you through the Tsundoku zone.
Stay around, or you won't leave. My
Super Hydorah, a reimagining of the original Hydorah title from 2010, launched in late 2017 and came to the Switch in November 2018. Much like Curse Castilla, this game is a labor of love by indie developer Locomelito and features a soundtrack by Gryzor87. It may be a broken record when compared to the Curse Castilla coverage earlier on the channel, but both the graphics and soundtracks are solid representations of the gaming in its arcade infancy. It's hard to espouse anything more than, this is what the game should have looked and sounded like, so we'll leave it at that. With a simple goal, to defeat the oncoming enemies, you find a few rare instances where the game gives you actual dialogue.
All units. Today is the day we fight the Meroptian fleet in the open space.
Much like other titles in the genre, the narrative was largely crafted through the worlds you traverse, and largely unique to this title, sometimes not firing is the best option, and peace can be. The game features a simplified 2-button control scheme to help you in your mission of annihilation, should you choose to destroy the oncoming hordes. One button is your default form of attack, which holding will allow for rapid fire in most cases. The other is your consumable super move. Red and green orbs gathered from defeated enemies will upgrade one of your 2 attacks, unlocking additional powers when capped off. A rotating icon when defeating certain villains will also unlock either a speed boost, extra shield, or a consumable weapon. At the end of the boss battles, you'll be granted with either an extra life or a new weapon. When you start the next stage, you can pick how you want to outfit your ship. Your main weapon, your consumable, and your assist. The assists fire alongside your main weapon and traditionally give you a little more vertical cover as you make your way through. Coming up with the perfect combination of weapons is a heavy part of the strategy of the game. If you're in a level where you're surrounded by walls of water, bouncing support items will do no good. Likewise, if you have a small window to shoot at an enemy's weak spot, you're going to want that laser attack.
Now I really wish I had the power of magic, but I'm only a figurine, not the real Ultramarine.
Locomelito embodies the best parts of these side-scrolling shooters. Super Hydorah has a number of levels that are both creative, challenging, and largely successful without being frustrating. The levels feature some standard tropes, with levels focusing on civilizations, worlds where you have to fight your way through ice, and even challenging navigation in tight corridors. Much like Curse Castilla EX, the way the game handles checkpoints is greatly appreciated. As the levels have multiple segments, you'll simply restart at the current segment when you lose a life. That turns some levels into basic wars of attrition. If you have enough lives, you can make it to the end. Boss battles are back to being a significant chunk of the levels, and they're all greatly creative. The biggest part of planning your loadout is balancing a weapon that works great through the stage with one that'll work great against the boss. Putting your power-ups and speed won't help too much when fighting against a stationary boss. One of the most enjoyable aspects of the game is that it's very open. It's not exactly a straight route to the final level, an aspect I honestly haven't hit at the time of this coverage. Once you beat a level, you can go back to it for fun or to look for special items in it. What was rewarding for me was to find out that racing to the end might not be for the best. It may be worth to go back to a level you bypass to see if it rewards you with both an enjoyable level and a new weapon that might help you in your battles. Modern scrolling shooters could all be blended into a vertical bullet hell slurry. Focused on dodging bullets and expansive explosions, it's more of a memorization game than anything else. Super Hydorah brings it back to the days where you could take a few different routes in avoiding bullets, and as long as you can connect hits, take down the villains. If you'd like to hop into a space fighter and not focus on memorizing paths, but instead focus on how you can vary your weaponry and plan the appropriate assault on your enemies, Locomelito and Gryzor87 have provided a great trip into the unknown. My name is Chad Bonnet, and I'll see you in the stack.
No! What have you done, human? Now I'm condemned.